Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Johnny, Bobbert. Hey, so I want to walk you guys through how I set up how we're going to use Google Classroom from this point forward, because it kind of provides you with a better idea. This new structure provides you with a better idea of what's due when, what's been assigned, what you've done, what you haven't done. Also allows me to see who's doing what, and that way it can be a little bit more fair when we talk about assigning grades at the end of this quarter. Do you understand what I mean? So I just want to walk you through that real quick. So I know you guys are familiar with it, but I just want to make sure it's 100% clear what the expectations are and all of that kind of stuff, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and switch over to the document or to the screen capture so you can see what I did is I added myself into your classroom right here, you see. So you can see my wonderful little icon over here. Here's what it looks like on my end as the teacher. So on my end as the teacher, this is what I see, right? Classroom, all this kind of stuff. But I'll walk you through how it looks on my end and how I'm going to use this to get you your grades back. So right now, this is what it would look like on your end as a student, right? So when a new assignment shows up, when you log in, it's going to be down here, right? So I already did a couple test runs of this. So let me show you what it looks like for one I haven't done. So you click on classwork, like you guys probably already know, and you got the stuff right here, right? So view assignment tells you what to do. You work through it, you do all the work, you watch the video, you grade the work, you turn it in, all that kind of fancy thing, right? Hold on, let me click on one that's not been done. There we go. I apologize. So I haven't done this one. Now, when I go to do the work, I do all the work, I grade it, I participate. You're going to participate, you're going to grade the work, you're going to participate in the Google Meetup or the YouTube live video, however we go about doing that. You're going to do all those things, right? If you have a general question, you could just ask it here, of course, but I want to show you how you're going to turn it in and how you're going to get work, how you're going to get credit, okay? So there is a due date, right? Let's see, this is due April 14th. That's on Tuesday. We don't have school tomorrow or Monday, right? So let's say you did all the work. You can, if you have a very specific question and you want to turn it in and you really want to make sure I understand that question, you can actually create something on your desktop and attach it, or you can create a Google Doc and then when you send it, that Google Doc will be attached. So if I wanted to show you how that worked, well, might as well. Why not? You know what? Let's live a little. It's Thursday. Let's live a little. So when we create the Google Doc, pop-up blocked. Oh, shut up. Always allow from Google Classroom. So when we create the Google Doc, it's going to look like this. Hey, why are you wearing a Mr. Rogers t-shirt? Actually, I think it's this way. T-shirt is t-shirt in the video. That's whack. All right. So say we want to do that, right? It saves it all the way, saves it in real time. So we don't actually have to share it. We can just go back here. And when I turn in my stuff, it's going to be attached. Do you see? So here's what I do expect you to do every single time. When you grade it, you have to rate your score here. So let's say there were 10 questions. Let's say you got 8 out of 10 right. So you would say, I got 8 out of 10 correct, right? And then I want you to tell me 2 things if they're both there. If you got 100, you could just say, hey, I'm good to go. But I want you to, number 1, tell me what you learned when we graded it. And number 2, tell me if there's something you're still kind of shaky about. That will help me to understand what you need help with. And if I don't understand what you need help with, then I can't really help you, right? So I got 8 out of 10 correct. I missed, for example, number 3 because of a sign error. And I missed number 10 because I didn't understand. I have no idea. Something, right? This weird thing about that other weird thing and stuff. Be more specific than that, okay? So anyway, when you submit that, when you post this, it's going to get attached. It doesn't come in just generic. It's going to be attached to the whole entire assignment. So turn it in, right? and turning it in. So that's it. That's all you got to do. Now I'm going to show you what it looks like on my end, how I'm going to grade it. That way you understand what's expected, and then I'll show you what it looks like on your end so you can keep track of it. I did go through, cleared out all of the calendar, so we're going to start using the calendar again, all right? So let's go back. Here's what it looks like on my end. So this is mine. Classwork. So here's the assignment. I've got one person that turned it in, and it's right here. It says turned in. Do you see I've got it over here? So if I click on that, I've got the attached document, which I can read. Let me close this other one. I got the attached document that I can go ahead and read. Open the... yeah, that doesn't matter. So why are you wearing a Mr. Rogers t-shirt in the video? Yeah, whatever. So if I wanted to, I could respond. I could grade it right here. But here's where I'm going to grade it. I'm going to go ahead and grade it from the Google Classroom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a 100 because you are a fantastic human being. And the private comment, thank you for the feedback. Not tahihi. Yeah, teehee. Thank you for the feedback. Good job. As for number 10, we'll discuss it. So I'll either... we'll either approach it in the future. I might give you a message about that. That's usually what I do. If you have a specific question in an email or a private message, I'll be very specific with you, and then we'll also mention it later. So that's all that's done. I click send, and it goes through the wizardry and the Ethernet. And right here, as you see, it says it still shows it as a draft. But it's going to be, it is turned in. So then I click return. So... yep, return, I already sent the message. So I return the work, boom, it's done. And the student on the other end, this is what they get, right? So, they got right here, thank you for your feedback, job well done. And look, I got 100 out of 100. That's all. That's what you're going to do. So I hope that makes sense. If not, leave me a message. So I'm going to post all the stuff in there. That way you guys are on top of it. That way, this is also important on your end too. So let's say you have a C right now, and you want to do everything to say, Mr. Brown, I deserve a B for the quarter. This gives you a really easy way to reference all the work you've done and how you've participated. Okay? So anyway, I'm not trying to make it more work. I'm actually trying to make it less work, more coherent and formulated and all that kind of stuff. So that's how we're going to do it. Okay? Hope to see you guys soon.